Okay, welcome back to another episode of... Do you even remember what it's called? It's been so long since we did an episode.
The Land of Ooh.
First time anew.
First time in Ooh.
First
yes.
time anew. And
it has been a while.
I know, this is how we watch shows, like an episode a month. But
it was good to come back into the Adventure Time world again. It felt a little like home.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Especially considering I think these are two of the worst episodes that have ever been made.
Ever?
Yeah,
like in any TV show.
No, out of this show.
Oh,
there's like
okay.
700 episodes or something, and these are
two.
definitely on the low end.
What do you think happened?
I think someone had a big idea, and they made a big swing, and it just didn't work out.
I have a theory.
You do?
Yeah, but we can talk about it later.
Okay, don't forget the theory.
Okay.
Okay, so the first episode is Ricardio, the hard guy.
I really keep wanting to call him Ricardo.
That's not right. It's Ricardio. It's spelled right there.
Ricardio. Oh, I get it. Oh, I hate Ricardio.
You hate him?
Hate him.
Did you think he was evil the whole time?
Yeah, but like as soon as I saw his ugly face, I was like, I hate him.
So you're just like Finn in that you see someone's face, you think it's ugly, and you think they're evil?
Well, Ricardio, okay, first of all, I hate how he's just drawn. I think Jake makes fun of it in the middle of the episode where it's like his exaggerated features or hyper-realistic features. It just, like his nose and the way they drew his mouth and his eyes, ugh, I hate it.
Yeah, he's not
Especially
an attractive character.
No.
This is not how he's drawn here.
Yeah, no. And I don't like his voice.
Really?
Yeah.
I think his voice is the best part about him.
Well, it fits him, but I hate it. Especially, it just like doesn't.
How are you?
It just doesn't feel like it fits into the Adventure Time world. It's like he came from another show. Yeah.
That is true. He doesn't seem to fit in this world.
No.
Should we do a really quick recap, or we could walk through and talk about it as we go?
Yeah. So Finn saves Princess Bubblegum again, which again, I'm not a huge fan of.
Right.
I don't think she needs to be saved that many times.
I think she likes to be saved.
Yeah, maybe it's some weird flirty thing that's happening. But
Yeah, Princess Bubblegum is for sure leading on. She's messing with Finn,
I would like to
think.
see a few episodes where Princess Bubblegum saves Finn.
We might have to wait for that.
So I don't necessarily like that, like how it started. But it's okay, you know. It is what it is. And then she decides to throw a party. So we're yet again at the Candy Kingdom.
Getting a lot of Candy Kingdom.
Another party at the Candy Kingdom.
They love their parties.
It feels like they just party all the time there.
I think that's a lot of what they do.
Like every evening.
I think that's why the candy people are so happy.
Yeah. So that was fun. And then when we walk into the party, Finn makes a paper crane.
It's his gift.
It's his gift.
Probably worked hard on it. What do you think about the whole, there's a gag at the start about the butt kissing
Oh, that was
princess
funny.
thing?
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jake turns his butt into the princess, and then Ice King kisses it. And then there's basically that's the setup for that Finn would like a kiss from Princess Bubblegum.
Oh.
Which,
yes.
They set that up.
At the end.
But it's kind of being like, okay, look, there's a little bit of a romance between them.
Yeah.
Or at least between Finn and her.
Yeah, this is kind of like the first time I think we established that, Jake or Finn likes.
I think there was a little thing earlier, but this is like where they really play with
obvious.
it.
Yeah. And then this episode is basically kind of a lesson on feelings, a specific feeling, jealousy. And so, I guess I kind of missed a few things. So Finn and Jake walk into the party, and Lumpy Space Princess is getting the best massage of her life.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly how I sound like when I get a massage. Exactly. I really related to Lumpy Space Princess there. She was getting the best massage of her life from Ricardio, and we meet Ricardio.
I kind of like Ricardio's entrance as he's walking on her back. Firstly, I think it's funny that it's a bunch of fart sounds. Each step makes a fart sound.
Ricardio, that's LSP.
I know, but that's exactly the sound that you think would happen if you walked on LSP's back. Just every little fart sounds. And then I like his little thing where he's like, I'll try to do my best Ricardio. I'm doing a friend massage. It's called the best friend massage.
Oh, it's a friend massage because it's completely consensual.
And it's completely consensual.
Which is interesting because then I thought,
only for best friends.
They've been, like, Ricardio's been a character in this world for a long time, but it seems like he's a new guy.
Right, yeah, no, she didn't even know his name.
No, yeah, exactly.
It's a best friend massage between friends, and it's completely consensual, but they don't even know each other. Mm-hmm. See, this shows that Adventure Time's ahead of its time, dealing with consent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we weren't talking too much about consent back in the day.
Especially about massages.
Yeah.
Between randoms.
Yeah.
So there we go. 1 point for Ricardio. Maybe
no.
the only point.
No. It wasn't consensual.
It was.
Just because he said it doesn't mean it's consensual.
That's a good point. Can you just announce that something's consensual?
No. Anyways, so then Finn is trying to make conversation with Princess Bubblegum. He's getting all nervous or trying to prep himself up for it. And then LSP interrupts and makes Bubblegum meet Ricardio and says this is a really smart guy. And Princess Bubblegum really likes smart people. So they hit it off, and Finn feels a special feeling and gets a bit jealous.
Yeah, and Jake points out that you're feeling a new feeling, something called jealousy. I think it's funny because, it's these early episodes where it seems like they're always about a lesson, or they like almost are.
This was my theory.
Yeah.
Is like this episode and the next episode we just watched felt like there was a very clear lesson. Like it really felt like, oh, this is a show for kids because there's a lesson and they're trying to teach you something at the end. And maybe that's why it's the weaker of them, because it was too on the nose.
But I think that what they were trying to do in these early seasons is subvert the expectation of these shows, or the style, where it's like, oh, here's a very clear lesson, but then by the end, the lesson is completely null. Like, they've almost learned the opposite. Like, in this one, if his lesson was jealousy, what should have happened is that he actually was good. He just happened to look weird. And you learn that it's okay to, like, jealousy is a bad feeling. But what happens in this? He's completely right.
Oh, yeah.
His gut feeling of jealousy is correct, and that Ricardio is evil.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what would have happened in Arthur.
No, that's true. You saying gut feeling, I think there's a lot of talk about trusting your gut in this episode. I think Jake was dealing with or learning about gut feeling.
Yeah, but his gut feeling was wrong. He thought he was just a weird-looking guy who was actually nice.
Yeah.
So the lesson is that you trust jealousy, is like the lesson at the end of this.
Jealousy is okay, and don't trust your gut.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this early season, there's a handful of episodes that play with this reverse trope of a kid's show. And some of them do it well, and some of them don't. And I think this one
I think it's just Ricardio
great.
is just a terrible character.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that's why this wasn't a good episode. No one likes Ricardio. We don't want him to win. He has no redeemable qualities.
He turns out to be evil.
Yeah, he turns out to be the Ice King's heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who then is trying to kill the Ice King.
Yeah.
So
that was a twist. I like that.
Yeah, I kind of like that too.
Yeah.
There's a few parts that I like. So if we had to keep going through this, they like do a stakeout. They are trying to see if he's good or not. The whole jealousy thing happens.
Yeah.
And then, they confront him as he's looking very suspicious. And Finn ends up losing his temper yet again. In these early seasons happens a lot. Punches Ricardio right in the face.
This is like a teenager. Jealousy, angst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gets in trouble from Bubblegum.
Yeah.
But of course, in the end, he does end up being right.
Yeah. And he has to save Bubblegum yet again,
That's true, yet again.
which I don't like.
Okay, well, here's the one thing I like about Ricardio. He had a clear plan. He wanted to steal Princess Bubblegum's heart
and make out
with it.
Yes.
And you gotta admit, that's a funny plan. So that's the only thing that I like about him.
Yeah.
And then, at the end, kind of turns around, they beat him up, goes back inside Ice King's chest. We get that great shot of the chest closing, and Ricardio's slowly disappearing within. And he goes, "See you guys later."
I really liked Jake's line there. They were going to kill the Ice King there or something. Because, yeah, the Ice King was losing power because...
He was dying because he doesn't have a heart.
Yeah, and they were killing his heart. And then Jake is like, we can't kill the Ice King on Princess... I don't really want to see Ice King dying on Princess Bubblegum's carpet.
I think he says, "I don't want to see an old man die." This is Bubblegum's carpet.
I think that line's great.
It's a very funny line. Like,
What a funny thing to say.
That's the only reason. There's a few good lines in this.
Yeah.
And then, the Ice King's fine after, and he flies away.
He flies away with his... I noticed two things about new qualities about Ice King. He flies with his beard. They flap.
He didn't do that before?
I don't know.
I think he did.
Maybe I just never noticed. And he doesn't wear shoes. He's barefoot.
Oh, yeah. His big blue feet.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I thought that was... I just never noticed that about Ice King before. Yeah.
And then that's the end of the episode.
Yeah. I don't really have much to say.
You don't think there's any, insights on life or me or anything like that in this one?
I guess... When was the first time you felt jealousy?
I don't remember. Probably over a toy or something.
Oh,
Maybe when
you had siblings.
Yeah, siblings, or I remember when my buddy Mike had always the best new video games. His parents just bought it for him, so maybe that. I don't know. Do you have an answer to that?
Well, I didn't have siblings, so I didn't really have to share anything.
I think talking about jealousy, it always reminds me of what Silas, our roommate, says.
Yeah,
jealousy versus envy.
And I forget the difference.
Well, jealousy is when you're afraid of losing something. Envy is when you want something that someone else has.
Okay, so
with my buddy Mike in those video games, I was envious of him.
Jake then was feeling envy, not jealousy.
Finn?
Yeah, Finn. Sorry.
Because he wanted that Ricardio.
He wanted
the
Bubblegum.
relationship that Ricardio was having with Bubblegum. Yeah. But also, I think he was jealous because he was afraid of losing Bubblegum to him. So I think he was both jealous and envious. So we learned a double thing here. So that's kind of interesting.
I think maybe I felt more envy than jealousy. Probably when I was a kid, because I wasn't afraid of losing anything. But yeah. Probably toys and stuff too. You're right, with friends or at school. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really remember. I'm glad I don't really feel that very much these days.
I liked other people's lunches better than mine.
Envious.
They had snacks.
Okay, now final component of this one. I don't have any games for Ricardio. Or maybe I do.
He kind of really emulates Puss in Boots from Shrek.
Does he? Why? How so?
Just the macho romance guy with the deep voice. Yeah. Except Puss in Boots is good.
Like an actual gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, if your heart came out, how do you think it would sound, and what do you think its name would be?
It would sound like Lumpy Space Princess, and it would be called Lumpy Space Princess.
Your heart would come out and be Lumpy Space Princess?
Yeah.
That's funny. I think mine would be Calypto, and he would be Spanish.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it might be. Okay, well, there we go. Ricardio. Oh, and last thing, do you have a Ricardio impression? I already did mine.
Oh, give me a line.
See you guys later.
See you guys later.
I'm Ricardio.
I'm Ricardio.
Yeah, I think I win this one. Okay, sign off in the comments.